Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog and I am welcoming you back to our playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdom playing as Sun Jian. Left off last time where we got Cao Cao's forces a little bit on the run. In fact, they've combined together at the Xindu fishing port. So when we're able to, when we get moving back, we'll continue moving Sun Ce north, and we'll keep Sun Quan over here as kind of a holding force to keep them from moseying across the river. And then we also have, way over here, our fearless leader Sun Jian making a move on Badong, the small city. We forced marched him up to the border. It's now autumn. I don't think we decided we're going to move in on the winter just because the hit it's going to take on my supplies, and I probably will have to siege out the city with the walls there. So that's kind of where we're at. We have room for just minor little more reinforcing in both these armor. A couple slots to recruit there, a couple slots to recruit in Sun Ce's army. So I'm not too concerned about them. The way we compare to Cao Cao's invasion force is positive. So I think we're going to take a quick look before we move on and see about building. And I kind of was thinking and looking around before I started here. There's two building tracks, grain storage that is blocking a path on the reform tree, and labor. The drifter, I think it's either the drifter workforce camp, I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, the labor conscription housing we got to build up to. So I'm thinking that's what we'll build here, because what it eventually unlocks reduces my construction time going forward. So that's one I would like to build at some point, and since I believe I can afford it, we're going to go right ahead and build it now. Assignment wise, I do have 2 people to send out on assignments. Let's see who we want to get out there. What do we have? Supervise construction. So I have Zhe Yue can do construction. We'll send her over. Let's see, Zhang Ling, because we know we want to increase that building unit, so let's assign there. And then Changsha, where I'm always looking to build and improve, and I got an open slot to utilize there. That's where we will send someone else who can help my building, like Cheng Pu or Zhang Shanjiang. Where do we want to send these people? I can't even remember who the heck's in my armies too. Yeah, I never did get Cheng Pu into an army, did I? So yeah, we'll just utilize good old Cheng Pu. That's what we've been doing with him all along. And we will assign him to the commandery in Changsha to supervise construction. Okay, I think we're set up to move forward now. Refresh ourselves in the map. We got Han Empire all around on the south. We're eventually hoping to push to the coast over here and kind of hold steady in the north once I can deal with Cao Cao. His main body of his lands is up here, but he's got a couple remote, hopefully we can pick them off, provinces down here towards me, and he may have limited ability to reinforce those. So I'm thinking if we focus up towards Cao Cao, that will help us continue to move towards the coast. Let's see what the next turn brings us. Looks like a quiet little turn as we head into the winter. Liu Bai has requested Kong Rong to join their war, so that's a little remote from us. Zhuangzhuo signed a peace treaty with Zhangyan. And a friendship forming. We form friendships all over the place, so our relationship deepens between Cheng Pu and Qiu Shangping. And our drifter workforce camp has been completed. So we do have some funds And I think before we move any of our armies or take a look at any of that, let's do the next upgrade here. We do have a builder in here that'll help us out for a few turns. So let's see if we can't get this. And it's not expensive. We'll get this upgrading over here. And in Changsha, I hadn't really decided what I want to do here. And look at that, it's all locked anyway. I'm thinking... Oh, because I'm already building. I got to wait for the tea house to increase. So once the tea house increases, we'll see if we want to work on the trade port, the tea house, or start maybe on another building track over here. So let's get Chengpu. Where did I come up with that? Oh, Chengpu, because he was just building. Let's get Sun Ce ready and marching up towards the Poyang copper mine. In fact, we'll march him just right up to the border, so next turn we should be, yep, we'll be able to reach the copper mine next turn. Sun Quan, you'll just chill over here. Yeah, oh, Lun Song is not a thrilling person over here. I think maybe what we had been thinking is bringing somebody else into that. In fact, Qiu Shangping, you're someone I was thinking about replacing him with so we don't have too much disharmony. In this army, so we'll contemplate that. We'll try not to forget that. And then just as a reminder, who are on my assignments? Are you one of those on assignment? No, I didn't use you on an assignment, so thank goodness I chose not to use you as a builder, because we will, I think, substitute you out. See if we can do that right now, as a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it. Unfortunately, there's where some of my new funds will go, because I will lose this force over here by dismissing him, Lun Song. So we're just going to dismiss him back to the court, and then we'll decide if we want to keep him or not. We'll recall him. And Qiu Xiangping. Let's see if we can recruit you over here. Have a little slightly more harmonious group over here. And yes, you're a little weaker than you were, hopefully. Yeah, these guys' forces are splitting anyway. So hopefully we can build you back up for the move against the fishing port here very shortly. We already have the cavalry here. So we need some yes, we need some melee troops. What can we afford this turn? We can afford both those. And we'll start with that. Okay, next turn. What are we in? The winter? So next turn we will be doing some moving. Both with Sun Jian and Sun Ce. So let's get there. Let's move forward. We have now an ultimatum. Liu Bai offers us peace on behalf of the Han Empire. Rejecting will result in war. Well, I don't need to be at war with Liu Bai. He's just going to be... He's just as close as Cao Cao, and he's been causing me issues. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to offer or gain peace with the Han Empire. Threat accepted, Liu Bai. Threat accepted. Oh, I don't know. I spoke too soon. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Why is this always the target? Oh, that's Jian. Who the heck are you? Oh, this does not look good. The farmland always goes Zhangyan. Let's take a look over here. What are we gonna see? Oh, you're just allied with everybody. So you're allied with Cao Cao. So Cao Cao's his own forces are tied up, so he's sending one of his allies over. That just is stinky, stinky, stinky. We don't like that. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be a heavy price if I want to get rid of that attack. Let's see what it would take. But I'm not in a position. I don't want to go through the seesaw again over that one province. So let's see if we can arrange something. What kind of ancillaries do we have? We have some weapons available that aren't ridiculous as far as how good they are, that I might be willing to trade. I don't have any armor available. I do have a horse available that's not so half bad here. So we'll think about that. I do have ancillaries. I don't. All those are being used. Well, let's see what the one weapon provides us. 5. It's still a steep climb. Let's see. And all my food combined doesn't add up to much. So no, I think we're going to go little seesaw battles out once again in the north. I don't think we can get out of this diplomacy. And we're going to have to withdraw Sun Quan and have Sun Tse be the lone force moving north against Cao Cao's lone provinces over here. Okay, a surprise, but that's what the game loved to throw at us. So we will react and see what we can do. All sorts of consequential deals going on and around here. A lot of peace with the Han Empire right now. Probably because it puts you at war with Liu Bai, which nobody wants. But we are now in that position, so we'll deal with it. Lady Wu is ready to be promoted. I got a couple promotions here I got to worry about. I got a reform that I get to pick. So we got a lot going on this turn. Let's get through it. We got some traits gained. Huang Gai is now fiery, increases his resolve, instinct, and charge speed. Very good, very good. I like an increase to the charge speed. We got a new crew of characters in through here. We'll see if we want to keep Lin Song when we have a chance or save the money. Temporary housing has been built and a new capital has been established for Dongzhuo. Okay, let's get the last of our units here recruited before we move out to help north against the incursion from Cao Cao's allies. I think we're still looking, and the best use I can come up with is probably halberds again. Albert, so we'll just add a couple swords. Next turn we'll add the last one. We'll be at full strength as we move north, well, other than who we got to muster on the way. So Sun Quan, we're going to get you moving towards the Zhangzhou farmland. Post haste, we need you over there fast. We need you over there yesterday. But at the same time, I'm not going to force march because I need a few of these troops to build up. Sun Tse, let's move north to the copper mine, see what we can do there. I'm imagining decisive. Yeah, we'll just delegate this minor little battle here and take over the province. 11 heroism, and we will occupy as we continue our move towards the coast. Movement is up there. We do have a deserted province over here with a weapons craftsman in it. We'll have to determine. Usually taking over a deserted province is an expensive venture, but since it would gain us a weapon craftsman, which is something we don't have, I'm going to be thinking about that in the back of my mind. And before we move over to our fearless leader Sun Jian, let's take a look at Lady Wu here and see what kind of promotion opportunities she has. Mighty knockback, not a bad perk to pick up. enables discipline for her own force, and that allows them to not suffer a morale penalty when the general dies, but I don't expect to have her die, so that's not a high priority. Expertise, so I'm kind of leaning towards intensity at the moment. The other thing is possibly the charge resistance. I put that to good use in my last battle in my other playthrough with the 8 Princes DLC, and I found out it kind of, I think, helped me turn a predicted computer defeat into a slight, ever so slight victory, but it was one of the little pieces that helped me out. So I kind of like the idea of charge resistance, because that's a buff that, depending on how I place her, that can help multiple units. So we'll just go with that. For the moment, it helps her unit morale and authority increase, so she also gets a little buff that way. And let's get back over to Sun Jian now, follow the Yangtze River back to here, and let's see how far he can get on forced march. Now, to be able to siege, we can't be on forced march, so let's see if we can, how far we can make it. Let's just put this as our target and see how close we get. We will get there next turn, but being spring, we will have time to move in there. Hopefully won't deplete through our supplies, and we'll have time to siege the small city of Badong. Let's take a look at where we want to expand now. Here on the tree, we can increase our trade influence, lower character salary. We got some spy options, trade influence again. Can start unlocking some more units and some building opportunities we have there. Recruitment cost. We can unlock another administrator, which I have the people available to do that. So we got all sorts of options, and I think what we're going to settle on is we will unlock, no, we're going to go down this way and work on +8 satisfaction for our champions. And it unlocks some building opportunities that we can utilize in one of our provinces. Do we have anyone else? We have, what's Zhang Shanjiang? Oh, he's not happy. Not happy. Let's take a look here. Desires a high court position. I can afford that, but I don't know if, do I want to afford you, Zhang Zhangping, with your things? I think we can just effectively release you as a dissatisfied noble. I don't think I need you right now because I have my 3 nobles. I have plenty of other nobles, and since you aren't happy, we will get rid of you. How about that? A slight bump to my income because I don't have to pay for somebody who doesn't like where they are, and there we go. Okay, we are poised next turn to move north and start seeking out battle with Lady Bian, formerly known as Lady Bing in a prior episode, but we will move forward with her next turn. So let's see what happens to my unfortunately oft disputed farmland. Maybe someday I will learn and keep a force up there to protect my north, since that seems to be the beloved target for Cao Cao and his allies that he sends down. Jeez, oh Pete, what horrible situation there. Another game of ping pong. Let's just move you as far as you can out of here, since we know where you got to go anyway. Okay, next turn. Let's see what develops. Any more surprises in store? Oh, thank you. He retreated. Just the threat of my force moving north apparently was enough, I hope. Now I got to decide what I want to do with Sun Quan for sure. So we'll come back to him as we move north, because we do know we want to move Sun Ce north. I'm wondering if I move to the border, will that give me enough movement next turn and the following turn to reach the fishing port? Or do I need to just, I think I just need to go all out moving north and make the commitment. We have someone from the Han Empire kind of parking in the distance also. We'll see how that influences our move north. And we can finish the construction of the tea grower community. So we'll head back to building construction shortly. We have okay funds. We have some funds that we can possibly use for building or increasing my forces. You have no immediate battle anymore, and I can't increase this force by the one more or the couple more units either. Same with Sun Jian, so we'll hold on. We'll take a look after we promote Cheng Pu, who is up for a promotion. Let's see what can best help us with Cheng Pu. Cheng Pu's firing range. Expertise, we'll look at understanding. If he gets to the point where he has recruits, it'll increase the starting rank, but it unlocks an assignment of industrial exploitation, which, as one of my relied on administrators, it'll just increase, first of all, his expertise, which is his strength, and I'll give him some more options to administer with in my commanderies. Okay. You've moved, and we got to come up and decide what we want to do. I think what I have to do is continue moving forward. Yep. That's you, Sun Quan. Okay, we have him in our sights now, and I think that's where we'll keep him for the moment. Since I like to move down for the Lujiang small city and Zhangjia farmland, we'll park you right here. I don't think we can put you in any other stance at the moment, but that's where we'll keep you. And then Sun Jian, let's get back over here. Let's get the siege beginning on the city of Badong. Predicting a close defeat just because of those walls, so we need to get the sappers out and moving. We'll try a demand surrender, although I doubt he will, since it's predicting a defeat for me. That's correct. And we'll kind of hang in there, holding out, waiting. Continue the siege. What are my supplies looking? How are they going to hold out? They should. Since we don't have to worry about the extra winter drain, they should hold out in time for this siege so we can move forward in Badong when the time comes and the sappers have broken through the walls. So I think we're poised, either defensively here or offensively here against Cao Cao's forces, or who knows, maybe the Han Empire, if he doesn't retreat, tries to weaken me, so maybe they're working in cahoots, you never know. Or maybe he'll attack the city on its own, which would be silly, and help weaken it for me. One can only hope. So let's see what the next turn brings. One quick peek at our building options. Building upgrades available. The armor craftsman can be upgraded. We need some reforms to be able to increase the tea house in Zhangling. Yeah, we have a builder here. So let's get up to the final level that we need to unlock our labor conscription. I can't even talk today. Laborer, conscription, housing. Anything would be a tongue twister for me today. And let's see what the next term brings us here. Okay, the Han Empire guy, he's getting out of Dodge. He can see and sense what's coming. Who have we got moving in here? That's a new face to me. New face. Tao Ying. Not someone we've been dealing with yet. So let's, once we get through these little pop-ups here, Yuan Shao has signed a peace treaty with Liu Yu. Attacker reinforcements. The siege progresses, but our assaulting forces grow weary and supplies run low. A nearby village, loyal and abundant in resources, could possibly aid us. Shall we call on them to help? Let's call reinforcements. I don't care about losing a little population in Badong. I don't even own the whole commandery. Let's call reinforcements and gain war fervor for a little while and increase the ability, the length of time we can hold out in this siege. Sun Tse is now philanthropic, increases authority for him. We have a new ancillary, a gray stallion, 58 speed, 2k mass. Do we have someone desiring an expertise heavy gray stallion? We can take a look real quick. Probably Chengpu, but I don't have a Chengpu style general. Let's see what your horse looks like right now, Chengpu. Right now, it's a decent 6 expertise, 58 speed, 2k mass. .58 speed, 2k mass, so that's pretty much what you already have. So let's see if Zhe Yue needs an upgraded horse, and it looks like she does. Because right now we got only 2 expertise, 60 feet, 1.5k mass. Yeah, let's go with the higher expertise right here. There you go, you got yourself a horse. Lots more characters moving through, but at the moment I'm feeling like we're okay. I'm not quite ready to look at increasing and building an extra army. In fact, I'm not even sure, I'm not even sure at my level how many armies I'm allowed to have. I am allowed to have one more army. We're allowed to have up to 4. Oh, excuse me, at this level 3. So once I become Marquis, then I can look at the extra army. So when that advancement hits shortly, we can add another army. So we got to deal with what we got with 3 armies. I'm fine with that at the moment. And our laborer conscription housing has been completed. So let's see what we got as the way of a promotion. I missed that earlier when we were in here. Sun Jian gets a promotion. So we can increase, and he's the one with the archers in this army, his armor piercing damage. That's probably where I'm leaning, but maybe I'll find something even better. Melee evasion for melee infantry in his own retinue. And faction wide, 25 bonus experience per unit per season. That's really, really tempting. Because that's his own arm. This benefits everybody. This is faction-wide bonus experience, so I think I have to go with that one right now. We'll worry about his archer improvement down the road. Okay, we got something going on here. Something. Sensei. Let's see what we're up against here. And it's looking like a close defeat despite our superior forces. We can always demand surrender, but when we're about to lose, that's not going to happen. So I think what we may have to do is a little siege activity, because what kind of, no, not a huge defensive garrison there, but I think we're going to starve out, hoping to prompt or egg on an open field battle, and that's where I think we will have the advantage. So let's work on starving out. We got the supplies for the moment. The season is harvest. We got autumn, because we may not survive the winter, so we got to. And let's take a peek over here. I don't recall Tao Ying and how we're comparing with Tao Ying and what kind of relationship we have. We are at war, so she's probably another Cao Cao ally. How much you want to bet? Yep, another Cao Cao ally. So we got this little coalition group or alliance here, and she's another member of that alliance. So they are getting crafty, this alliance. I can see that right now. I don't think with her we have the option will probably be just as horrible to negotiate peace with her. Oh, to make this work is actually not that bad. I can get close with a couple ancillaries. It's an older horse I didn't need so much. 80 speed, it's fairly fast. I don't want to quite give that away yet if I don't have to. It's not that far off from working, so I don't mind offering just a little bit of food, and that even all my food doesn't do it, so we may have to offer a little income. Let's see if it's excessive. Not hideous. 200 per 10 turns just to get her off my back, so I only have one person to focus on. I think I'm going to spend to try and make this happen. Okay, so let's see if that will hopefully help us. That means what I will do, she was close to taking on Lu Zhang. I think I can afford to keep Sun Quan over here against, keep my eyes and the other the other force moving in. We have Xiahou Dun over here. I'm wondering, kind of a coordinated effort now that she's not a threat. If I move back in this direction to work on this other province of Cao Cao's, if we're going to see someone else trying to sneak down behind me, we'll tempt fate, and with that move, and we still have our siege proceeding down there. So I think we'll tempt fate. Let's see if I have anything that's semi-convenient that I can build right now. Need some reforms to be able to increase my trade port. What do I have available over here? I can increase the next level of tea parlor to the tea house. Increases my income, commerce. Yeah, we're going to go ahead with that as my next building. And that, my friends, is going to be this turn. Let's see what develops coming up. Okay, she is sallying forth. It's still predicting me to have a close defeat. Is she some kind of wonderkind? Is she offended from me calling her Lady Bing? I don't know. We will find out. We will find out. I'm still predicted to lose this one. I don't understand why, I guess. I'm looking at all the different forces here, trying to figure out why they are such heavy favorites, but I guess we'll just have to play it out on the map. What kind of open field do we have? Pretty open. Pretty open. So let's close the map, get set up. Okay, here we go. We are pretty open field here, it looks like. So, reinforcements from back there. I'm thinking we'll keep these two generals back with the main force. Sensei, we're gonna sally you forth to go against their generals, seeing who will fight with us. Lady Bing is the main commander, so it'd be ideal to be able to do a duel with her. But we'll take we'll take anyone we can get. But let's see what we can do. We don't have a great melee holding force at all. So in fact, let's, since they do have some cavalry, let's get our forces this way. We can get the trebuchets back here to provide some support. Archers. We'll put them behind the line. I'm always nervous with the amount of cavalry I recall him having, putting them in the front. I usually like to put them in the front quite often, but we'll keep them in the rear. I have my own flanking cavalry. I don't know if I should split this much, but I am. Okay, they are over here. They will be my number one force. My number one, or my number two force. Yes, I know how to count. We can go over here in the trees, and they are hidden as force number 2. I don't know that I need to necessarily designate any other units as a group because we are defensive. They're the ones that sallied out after all. And let's see, we have horse cavalry available, so let's put them right up near the front. They could always move forward. One thing I'm going to do with them, because I often lose track of them, keep them on skirmish mode so they don't get drawn in, or let's just say I forget to move them out of harm's way. The computer can deal with that, and then we will put our generals right smack dab in the middle to provide whatever buffs they can. Increased cooldown of abilities, looks like, and decreased cooldown of abilities. So and I think we're ready to start the battle. Let's send Sensei out and see who he can duel with. And we don't see anybody. It looks like we have a little rise in the land ahead of us. So let's get up to the top of the hill here and see who we can find. Let's see, we can bring the archers just a little bit farther forward because they can always skirmish back to get out of the way. And hopefully the farther forward we engage, the more, until they run out of ammo at least, the more we'll be able to weaken them as we draw their attacks. And there's my line, waiting for everybody to come up. And even though I can see them, it says they're hidden. There's the forces, Let's move forward and see how this duel can commence. And we get these archers just up to the top of the ridge here. And they're in skirmish mode. We got duel opportunities coming up. Out of range, Lady Bing. Do I want to duel? Let's accept. Lady Bing, you're in my target list also. I don't know if Sensei's strong enough to take them out both though. Whoa, and he got knocked off the horse. Oh no. Sensei, not good form. You're up against their champion though. Let's get your special abilities in force. Yes, very good, very good. Got the early lead. Let's see if we can maintain it. Their forces start moving up around us. Moving slowly. So I'll spend a little more time watching the duel. Of course, as soon as I say moving slowly, they speed up. Duel still in our favor. Do we have 10 seconds left for the power move to recharge? Knock down some other forces. That's what you get for saying, getting so close to the duel going on here. And we've almost won this first duel. How are we looking here? They aren't close to us yet, although we are drawing fire from their archers. Now let's see if we can keep distance from their cavalry moving toward us. My hope is that we will, and we have won the first duel. And we are looking for another duel. Do I have it in me to win 2 in a row? We're going to find out here. There, knocked Lady Bing. I'm going to call you Lady Bing just for this, just for what you're doing here. Just to see if I can upset you. There's my power move, Lady Bing. take the full force. We're still at a distance, although they were able to close the gap on my 1 archers in spite of them supposedly being in skirmish mode. So we'll have the other one skirmish as I send these guys back to my line. As I said, back to my line. Now, how is this duel coming? There we go, just in time for the power move. Finish off the lady. Lady Jian, formerly known as Lady Bing, soon to always be known as Dead Lady Bing. There we go. Sensei, way to come through for us. We will have some demoralized troops on our hands to deal with. I'm happy with that. That should help the battle in our favor. Can we get away from those forces? Let's keep our attention on their cavalry. That's what seems to be doing the most early damage on me. And Sensei, let's skedaddle you out of here. Almost forgot about him and left him in the dust. Not effectively been using these horse archers. Haven't used them enough, I guess, to get good at them, but they did draw some early attacks. Okay, we're a bit spread out on the field now. Get Sensei back a little closer. Yeah, come on over here. We'll draw their cavalry into a little ambush out of the trees here. And do we have archers enough in the back? I think we do now to bring out my own anti-archer cavalry. And let's see if we can't shock him back in return. Now I should have an advantage with my own archers here, with their coming up to my line here, and now I'm going to move on their archers in the rear. There we go. Now we're doing some damage back here. Now we're taking care of that cavalry. Can we damage this cavalry over here until I arrive? Okay, they're surrendering out. Let's bring him back in. Okay, we got more halberds coming up. Let's kind of reserve from there and get the cavalry. Okay, we got our cavalry coming back. Punch them in the rear. Their line isn't holding. Their line is faltering. No, we got too much anti-cavalry around there. Let's get these cavalry out of there, out of there, out of there. We should have the speed. We should have them outsped. Can we get around the corner with a... how are their infantry moving so fast against my cavalry? Do I just have that slow of a cavalry? Oh my gosh, those halberds are just keeping up with me. Let's get in against those archers that have been driving me crazy. Let's send a little greeting out. No, you're getting too close to the halberds. You're not listening here now. Okay, all we've got left is not a strong force of theirs. So you let them move up and then you can flank in the back. We'll bring you over there. Same with you. Let's get you over here to work on the flank. Halberds are getting close. Let's get you out. There's not that much left in the way of archers. So we'll just bring you over here too to help with some rear attacks. Oh wait, we got some archers there off in the background. We'll circle you around. Let's get all the archers out of here. Now the skirmish mode is annoying now that they're out of arrows, so we turn that back off. Get over here on the flanks. Anti-archers back here. And let them pound into the line now. They'll get some crossbow volleys before they get here. There we go. Take that with the crossbows. Weaken them down. Need my lines to hold a little further. We can bring these halberds out now. Get these cavalry back ready to come up in the rear and smash their attack and end this battle once and for all. Bring the axemen up to come out in the rear. They're all starting to realize this is a lost cause. They're all starting to waver. First cavalry slam in the rear there. Axemen got to the rear and didn't get a chance to turn the corner, but we have victory. I think since they sallied out, we will continue chasing down their units to see if we can't weaken them somewhat. And to that effect, we will speed everything up. And I might even fast speed on the editing when I get to this part. All right, let's claim ourselves a victory. Decisive victory. Somehow, how was I predicted to lose that? I don't know. I had the superior general all day long in Sun Ce, and once he took out their generals, I think we had the morale edge after that point. Need those funds. Need that heroism. There we go. There's a 41 heroism hit that we like to see. We've captured Lady Jian. And I'm thinking just because I do eventually, so we may yet have a chance to defeat the cherry lady, Lady Bing, Lady Jian. Because I'm going to release her. I don't want to employ her. I've been making too much fun of her. So we'll release her. Gain some favor with Cao Cao. And replenishment wise, our horse archers took the brunt of it for not retreating well enough. I think we'll just take, in this case, the ransom. Okay, Dong Zhuo will sign peace with us. We will receive payment from Dong Zhuo. But I don't want to go have peace with all the Han Empire. Still not ready to do that. I got too much expanding to do in the south here, Dong Zhuo. Do we have... Oh, wait, it's hard to tell where all these incursions are coming from or if they're in our territory now that we have vision on so much more. But they aren't an immediate threat for us. And let's see how we stand. We do not yet have the fishing port. Let's see if we have anything. Zhang Yang left the coalition of Liu Bai. Thank you. That is not the coalition to be in. Declaring war on the Han Empire. Liu Bai declared war on... Oh, he also did not accept what I did, so he's now at war with Liu Bai. We have another noble birth, another son. That's Sun... Let's see, Sun Quan. So he's been the active one lately. Yep, another son. So we have a girl and a boy now under Sun Quan. And some of our other children... Sun Ren is now 14, so we're not too far away for getting some more children of age. And we've gained Lu Fan and Zhao Yu are now oath sworn. Let's just see if we can round this out with my force down here, Sensei. What is it? Should be decisive at this point. Yes, we can just go ahead and delegate. We defeated them enough. There's a whopping 9 deployed. So yeah, I guess we did take care of those retreating forces. And let's delegate that battle and take over the fishing port. Take that, Cao Cao. Take that. Okay, we made peace with Tao Ying. We have a little Han Empire over here. We have, what here? Is this? Yeah, this is Sun Quan. We've seen no more incursion back over here. Do we feel confident enough? Do we feel brave enough? It's autumn. Autumn, 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 autumn. I think what we'll do, rather than move up to the border in the autumn, it's going to turn to winter. We'll move up to the border in the winter, maybe. We can always fortify to minimize our attrition with supplies if necessary. And then we can move on Cao Cao's other small city down here. That means then we know we can count on keeping Sun Quan up here in the north as we expand with both Sun Ce and Sun Jian. And I think what we're going to do, just due to the length of this video, we're going to start the next video with our attack on Badong, the small city. So that gives us a little battle to look forward to. Fortunately, we succeeded in the, gosh, I got to think, east, west, south, north, but we succeeded in the east on the battle. Now we're going to go to the western front and see how we do here next episode. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky, and I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a great day.